But when I see certain things and I look and pay attention, because see, Lil Daddy, he know about like me buying land and, 7-Eleven and all that type of stuff, right? And I see what's going on. I'm seeing the plays out here, right? You know what I mean? I'm seeing the plays, but, yeah. So he knows about that type of stuff from me. Because I had got a little piece of land. I don't know how old I was. But I had been working and I was trying to put a 7-Eleven, but I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to work it really. Then what happened was, matter of fact, I had some diamonds, right? And I need to pay my lawyer because I had a warrant, right? I don't know why they had put a warrant out, but I know why, but I don't know why. But it wasn't like, come talk to us, see what's going on. They had just put a straight warrant out for me, right? And probation. So, and I'll talk about that story too. There's so many. I got so many stories. It's got crazy, but so I had these diamonds, right? So I need to pay my lawyer. So it was like these yellow diamonds, right? So I had them put up for a long time. I had them put up. I ain't even mess with them, right? And end up, I'm trying to holler at a few of my people to see if I can, do something with them or something like that, trade them for some work or whatever, you know what I mean? So end up, he was in a situation or whatever. He come hollering at me again. He needed some help. And this is maybe the second to last time. But I got even more before that. But so end up, right? I'm like, man, I've been trying to get these diamonds off. I don't know if you know any Pepes, we call them Mexican Pepes, So, like, I don't know if you got a little Pepe you can holler at or something, see if we could trade my diamonds for like a half a bird, right? Or, all I want is like, and you could keep something off of it, right? And then like something, his cousin died from South Side and all this. He was telling me about this happening and that happened, and I'm like, yeah, but I need that money, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, man, my folks died, and like he made it seem like my jury got caught up in his situation or whatever. I don't know how or what. Or most of the time, I've been noticing how it's played. Most of the time, probably because he a G, the other one that died, Fat Daddy from Southside. So I'm sure he probably got Pepes and different things, that he's tied in with, and that'll be like, oh yeah, okay, well let's, yeah, or whatever. So end up, I'm like, so, like, what are you telling me? Oh man, You know what I mean? So look, end up later on down the line, I'm like, strange. Oh, so I end up having to sell my piece of property because I need to pay my lawyer, right? Because I was in a situation. Somebody had already robbed my house, right? Somebody had took all my stuff out of my house. I mean, I had $5,000, brand new $5,000 Versace shirts just hanging up, with the tags on them, just in case I need to sell them or something like that, because I really didn't wear them. Like, I wore, I had, Versace glasses, just some nice little rims, and then I had, Versace belts and jeans and T-shirts. I never really wore all the flashy shirts, but I might have would have wore it every once, or whatever. So, end up, I end up having to, because I was stuck, right? I'm toe up. I can't go and just go home to my house. My house where I pay my bills at, somebody then took everything out my house. Fully furnished, everything. Which was, my uncle, like I don't even know how that transpired. I still ain't got an answer up out of it. You know what I mean? Out of that. And that was with my uncle and, in Vegas and all this stuff with my cousins, they dad, my girl cousin and my cousin, my boy, my cousins, it's a boy and a girl, they brothers and sisters, right? So, I end up, being able to pay my lawyer and all that. And I had the property for years, but I paid my lawyer, went to court, was able to get everything back in order and all that, right? So, blessing, thank God, so. But it was strange, because it seemed like even the bride I was with was trying to make sure I missed, where I couldn't pay my lawyer. For some reason, it was the strangest crap in the world, right? And I'm paying attention. You best believe I'm paying attention to everything. You know what I mean? I may not be aware of all things or, at the time or whatever when it's going, like I told you, it sometimes be too late when I'm talking about it. But, so end up, I get back cool and everything, right? So, time go by or whatever. And then I see, I'm at FanMart, right? Where I keep my jewelry, right? Like I keep my jewelry. I had my little Razor Records chain I had since 25 years and a couple little chains, So, okay, I had all that stuff in there, right? So I ain't have to have it at home or, my little brother jacked me or something, you know what I mean? Sneak it off or something, you know what I mean? So, my watches and stuff like that, So, end up later, I'm looking, and they got this wrong kind medallion, fat, big, right? I'm looking at the diamonds in it, man. I'm like, them is my diamonds. I mean, I know my diamonds, you know what I mean? I mean, I ain't the only one on the face of the earth with with some yellow diamonds or brown diamonds or whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, them was my diamonds. So end up, you know, I was like, this is my jeweler that has it, right? So I'm like, where did you come up with this? You know? And he ended up dying all of a sudden. It was some strange crap going on. So I don't know if he went and told him to make something or maybe somebody bought it from him and got it and he just never paid me, or I don't know how it really transpired, but the initial situation he told me was, he kind of made it seem like, he didn't say it, but him saying his cousin died and all that, it was more or less like, okay, you know, I think his cousin had you know, tried to go do something with it or something, I don't know. And I don't know, he ended up having a heart attack, or I don't know what the heck, you know what I mean? So it was strange, man. You know, and I've been trying to get more closure on that, you know, which I ain't been able to speak to Mitch or anything about that. And little spurts times that I've seen him, I mean, I got his phone number, but I don't really be calling him. But, you know, I text him every now and then. But I did want to talk to him about that to see, like, how did you get my diamonds, first off? You know, where did that transpire? You know, and he probably paid him, and he just never paid me. Or I don't know how it went. But overall, you know, yeah, I was in a situation, you know, but yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Hey man, won't y'all like, subscribe, share? Man, I must have ate some bread. I don't know, I don't supposed to have. If I leave something in my car or close my eyes in my car and have some food or something, I don't even never do that. And today I thought I had closed my bread up. I put it in a nice little knot, but I could see that it wasn't, when I pushed, it wasn't like, you know how the air, like if you close a bag, like in the air will be trapped in there. It was just like, I'm like, okay, I probably shouldn't eat this. Fresh bread too, right? Man, had me feeling nauseous, homie. I've been feeling nauseous as crap off that crap. I'm like, I knew I only ate a little, about that much. But the roll is like about like that or whatever. But I'm like, I probably shouldn't have ate that crap. You know what I mean? Like, nauseous, sick. I'm like, what the heck? I knew I shouldn't have even tried that. I wouldn't threw that junk in the trash, man. But yeah, that was some strange stuff, man. I got it all written down where I was telling about it. I'm gonna have to go and I gotta go back and just break it down, see what's what, and I'll tell you what time was that or when was the situation. But this is like, it's like, probably, I mean, it's like, you know, 20 years ago or something. But a lot of these stories is like a long time ago. But yeah, that was crazy, man. I never understood that. But you know what? The way that I've always been, you know, I can never understand, you know, like somebody got him coming to ask me for stuff that they need, and then they get it, and then, you know, I don't know how that was transpiring. It was some strange crap going on. But yeah, that's another one. Y'all like and subscribe and share it. I'm gonna tell y'all about some more in a minute. You know, I'm just trying to bank them up and put them on here. And, you know, I got so many stories that I can go for years telling y'all stories.